What's up, Ian here, and today I'm going to share with you guys my full review of the BGVP Scale and Scale Pro. So there are two models here. They're pretty similar lah. So that's the reason. Oh my god, they're pretty similar. So that's the reason why I'm doing this same video. Oh, look at this mess. Look at this rat's nest. Okay. Anyway, two types of IEM here. Okay, there are four earpieces, as you can see, right? So now, if you guys are interested in the unboxing, first impression videos, please check it out here and up here or up here, okay? But this is not the unboxing lah, okay? This is just my full review, and I can't get this to untangle, so let me pause the video and I'll be right back. Okay, so I am back, and as you can see, I've tamed the cable, so now it's easier for me to handle it. Now, this tool is quite similar in price lah, okay? Now, I just run through a very quick one, the differences, okay? The white and the black one, this one is 1 BA and 1 DD, and this one with 2 white is 2 DDs, alright? So this one is retailing for $20 US, and this one is the Pro, alright, which is 1 BA, 1 DD, is retailing for $26 US lah, alright? Now, what I think about these two, they sound very different. This is actually a very good example of how two IEMs, they look quite similar in graphs, but they sound almost very different when you listen to it in person. And what I think is that this tool, right, is really value for money in terms of the sound performance, and not accessories lah, okay? The accessories on these, I tell you, is terrible. You just witnessed it, but it's the sound. It's the sound that I'm interested in, right? The performance of the sound. So I think for $20, okay, this one is $20, which is the scale, right? So this is the scale. This is the Pro, the Scale Pro. So this one is $20, this one is $26 US. Now, I find that this one is really value for money. This one is okay lah, 26. In terms of performance-wise, I would prefer, in terms of the sound performance, this one, all right, the 2 DDs, they sound really good lah, okay? So, let me just run through the sound performance of these two lah. As I mentioned, right, if you guys are more interested in the accessories and all that, you can watch my other video. But this one is just solely on the sound performance and all that. But okay, wait, before I do that, right, let me talk about the accessories. Now, the cable is very grippy, all right? It's very stiff, very grippy. As you can see, it's very stiff, right? It's got too much body already. It's got its mind of its own. It wants to twist this side, twist that side. It decides by itself. At the same time, it grips onto itself, right, in terms of the cable, and then it tangles, and then it grips onto my shirt. It's too grippy lah, okay? So cable wise, not a big fan of this cable. The ear tips, I'm using, let me see, where's the other one? Yeah, so this is their ear tips. The ear tips are fine. I'm happy with the ear tips. I am no complaints with the ear tips. It's just the cable lah. And then $20, you don't expect much. You don't get a case, you don't get anything else. Just the IEM and the cables, the basic lah, okay? So I find that basically, right, sound, okay, is worth that $20 lah. Sounds really good. Right, so let's talk about this first, which is the scale, right? So this one, right, 2 DDs. 2 DDs, I find that the sound stage, right, is wide enough, okay? It's not the intimate type of sound stage. It's quite open. It's got good imaging, reasonable imaging, and reasonable resolution for $20 lah, okay? I find that it's pretty good already. Compared to a lot of other IEMs that I've listened to, okay? This one is considered pretty good for $20. The resolution and detail retrieval, right, is also pretty good. Based on the price, I'm talking about price to performance ratio, okay? It's very good, okay? So I think for technicalities on this, it's reasonable, it's performing well above its price point. That's what I feel. One thing I don't like is the MMCX connection. I wish that it was 2-pin so that I can use my other favorite cables on this, but currently it's MMCX, so yeah, not a fan of the MMCX. Now, okay, so let's talk about back to the sound, right? So in terms of the sound, right, in terms of the sound signature, this is basically, right, a V-shaped, right? It's got a boosted bass and also boosted treble lah. And the mids are pretty recessed, but not by a lot, okay? But I find that, you know, it's a very casual, easy to listen to set of IEMs to use. At the same time, it's a good quality, casual, a well-tuned, casual IEM to listen to. So I find that even though it's a casual listening, it's got that nice, pleasant and engaging sound that it produces lah, okay? So in terms of the tone and timbre, it's pretty heavy in the tone, right? Heavy note weight, and the timbre is colored lah. It's got a lot of color to it. It's warm, right? It's warm. It's not a neutral or natural sounding IEM. This one sounds a bit more natural, right, as compared to this one. But I'll talk about this one later, right? So this one, I think in terms of the tone and timbre, it's warm, it's easy to listen to, it's a casual listen to, and yeah, for 20 bucks, it's a good tuning lah. Now, in terms of the sub bass has got good rumble, good body, and good presence in the mix itself. So rumble, no issues. The sub bass has got good extension. You enjoy the sub bass on this, but it's not a bass head type, so don't expect too much rumble, okay? But it's good lah. It's got a very good presence in the mix itself. Now for the mid bass, it's thumpy also, just the right amount of thump. The right amount of impact is not overly done. It does not bleed into the mids itself. In fact, it sounds quite separated from the mids. I think maybe it's because it's 2DD, right? So the bigger dynamic driver actually handles the bass, and then the smaller one handles more of the mids and the treble. But I find that the mid bass is pretty good. It's pretty punchy, okay? And it's got a good note weight as well, and it sounds warm lah, okay? It's a casual, warm listening experience. It does bleed a little bit to the mids, but you know, it's expected lah. You know, this is a V-shaped tuned IEM. Now, talking about the mids are recessed definitely, and it's got good presence as well. Not even though it's recessed, you know, it's got good tonality, good note weight as well. So instruments like the pianos and the violins, even though they are recessed, they have that clarity there and that good warm heavy note weight tone and easy listening type of tone to it. It's not harsh. It's not that type of presence whereby you feel that you want more. It's enough type of presence in the mix itself. Now, male vocals, they sound really good on this, definitely. They've got good tone, good presence, good authority in the mix, and I would feel that male vocals, they stand out more if you were to listen to them on this scale, right? So, very good presence and very easy to listen to type of male vocals. Female vocals got that sparkle as well, right? So I find that this is actually quite a versatile, that's why I say the tuning and the driver setup is very important on a certain IEM. So it's got that sparkle, it's got that brightness, got that energy as well, and that engagement. The most important thing is the engagement. The treble on this, right, doesn't sound dull or muted or you know, unenergetic. This is a very good treble. It presents a very good treble, even though it's not the brightest, it's not the most energetic, but it's got that energy there, it's got that sparkle there, which makes the entire listening experience very engaging, okay? It's not a dark type of treble, it's just nice actually, if you ask me lah. It's got a good tuning for the treble, and it sounds really clear and really unique as apart from the bass. So I find that both the bass and the treble, they have a very good presentation on this IEM itself. Okay, treble is clear, right? It's got good clarity, at the same time it's got good air as well. The treble has got good energy lah, I find that. Okay, so no problems with the treble here, right? So overall, right, I find that $20, I can't ask for more lah. I think it's a very good value for money for this. Now let's talk about this one, right? So in terms of these two, right, they sound almost the same, except for this one, the mids will sound more forward, right? The treble will sound a bit more energetic, right? In fact, a little bit too energetic, a bit more natural as compared to this lah, okay? And also for the vocals, this one will sound more present in the mix itself. Okay, so in terms of these two, right, this one sounds more natural, more energetic, more technical, right? It's got more air to it, and as compared to this one, right? So this one is more casual, more easier to listen to, and more not so fatiguing. But this one has got more energy to it, more presence, and more spiciness to the presentation of the entire sound itself to you, right? Even though these two, right, if you look at the graph, these two graph almost the same, but they sound actually quite different in terms of the mids and the vocals. So if you want more vocals, more details, and a bit more sense of resolution, then you should get this one, the Scale Pro. But if you want just a very easy listening experience and casual listening experience, then you should go for this one, which is the Scale, right? So this is the normal scale, the 2DD, and this is the Scale Pro, which is 1DD and 1BA. Right, so do I recommend this two, and who do I recommend it for? Actually, you know, for this one, it's more for casual listening, so I recommend it for listening to all kinds of genre, especially pop songs and R&B, techno, you name it. This one should, you know, present it pretty well. But, you know, not so much on clinical and classical type of listening experience lah. So obviously, this one will not give you the best experience in terms of listening to classical and jazz and more of a focused listening experience. This one would give you more of that, right? But not to a level whereby it's really a very detailed and very resolute IEM. I mean, it's there, it's almost there, okay? But $26, don't expect too much, okay? But I find that if you want more of a clinical and classical and more analytical listen, then you should go for the BGVP Scale Pro, right? More casual listening would be this scale, which is the 2DD, right? So yeah, for 20 bucks, I do recommend this one. This one, 26 bucks. Well, I mean, it's only 6 bucks more, right? But you know, I would choose this one. I would choose this one. This one is really good, great money for this type of performance that it produces. Right, so that concludes my overall review for these two IEMs. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Right, so that's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a great day ahead, and I'll see you again in my next video. Cheers.